Welcome to the Loyal Locals podcast. My name is Jerry Jimenez. What's going on, Drew?
Not much, dude. Just another Tuesday. Not just another Tuesday. We got some exciting stuff going on today.
We have some exciting stuff. We're gonna push away the bad vibes of that 1-0 loss. We're gonna talk about it. Don't worry, everybody. We're gonna talk about it. But we have some other really fun stuff happening.
Some sweet stuff for your ears to wash out what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, talking about washing down, I'm just going to start drinking real quick.
Yeah,
actually, I haven't stopped drinking since like Thursday of 2 weeks ago when we lost 4-1. But that's just me, maybe.
Been one foggy L, no points, still at 0 points.
Golly, man.
Yeah. Just drinking our way through it. That's kind of the way we go as supporters here. You got to just kind of find a way through when your team's not winning, but we'll get to it. But what are you thinking, Jerry?
Hey, first of all, I should probably, address the elephant in the room, or the elephant not in the room, the great elephant, the great president. I'm sorry, is not here today. He's not going to be joining us. He's in Arizona, and his computer just like crapped out on him or something. So.
I guess, yeah. He said he was hacked, I think, by
was
bots
hacked
from Phoenix.
By the aliens.
I heard he was hacked. That's what
by the Zonies in Arizona.
By the Banditos. So, I'm not spreading any rumors. I'm just saying that's a thing.
By the way, what's the name of this band, Drew?
Bucko 9.
And they started following us on Instagram, and now I'm worried that we're going to get cease and desist. But it is.
Whenever you have an artist intertwined with it, and we did not. We are a volunteer organization. We are a nonprofit. We seek no money from any of this, by the way. So
yeah,
they can come and cease and desist our $0 that we.
If you guys, if you are the one that ratted us out to Bucko 9, thank you, because they're following us now on Instagram.
Hopefully they're cool with it.
I hope. Talking about cool bands, though, we do have an amazing guest today, and we're going to be premiering a song for the first time ever on this podcast, and I'm very, very excited. So let's bring him on, because they're just kind of just listening right now and waiting for us to bring him on. So the gents, two of them, Gavin and Sulo from Authentic Sellout. What's up, gents? How are you guys?
Hey, what's up?
Oi. Oh, look at that. They're already killing it with the t-shirt game. Oh, by the way, I need to show off. Like, all of us are wearing black tees with different things. I don't know if you guys know, but that was a memo for all of you like actually watching live right now. You're supposed to wear a black t-shirt with something on it. So Gavin's wearing the Smiths. You see that's it's technically supposed to be Fight Club, but that doesn't say Fight Club actually. Now that I look at it, Zula, what does that say?
It says the Boxing Club.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's a gym I'm a member at. So they're like, what all-time favorite movie is Fight Club. So they came out with this like parody shirt a couple years ago, and I love it. Yeah,
I like it.
The back is the best part. The back says, "Can you see the back of the shirt?"
It says something will sweat.
Straighten your back a little bit. Yeah.
You will sweat. Rule number one. See rule. Oh, rule number two. See rule number one. Like it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect.
And then Drew's wearing our locals party.
Rainbow tee. Yeah.
And now I have to show off mine.
It's comfortable.
I have to show off mine because I just got it in the mail, and I'm kind of like late to the party, but my shirt's freaking awesome. Check it out. It says more female, Black, Latinx, Indigenous, Asian, and LGBTQ plus voices in sports.
Right.
So we're all about inclusivity here and bringing everybody in and making sure that everybody feels like you have a say in a part of this. You're all part of the family. So yeah, it's cool. Drew, we didn't plan on doing that, dude. That's good.
No, it's just sometimes it's what's in the air. Sometimes you're on the same wavelength, with a band or whatever. It's like we've all played together. We have so many jam sessions here as a foursome that we're so in sync. We just wore the same shirt at this point.
So I should probably.
These guys jumped on, 20 minutes before, but it's always fun when you have a coordination going on. So it's fun.
You know what? I should probably warn Sulo and Gavin. So Drew has this thing called Drew trademark, where he just somehow finds a way to Anyways, you know what? You're gonna hear the Druisms. You'll hear the Druisms today as we go through. But we're excited to have you guys, and we're gonna be premiering a song that's amazing by you guys, and we're gonna chat about it as well. But I know Sulo is gonna be a little newer to the club, but we're gonna get him in the stance. And now that we know that he's part of a boxing club, we know that he's going to have our backs, and we're just going to leave it out to Sulo to get into fights with the other teams. I'm just kidding. Gavin did his homework too, so he's been watching the matches. And actually, I think Gavin, you're a member now, right?
Man, I'm a member of everything.
Everything loyal,
especially when it comes to when it comes to this sport, this is my life. If I were to do it over again, I wouldn't even play the drums. I just play football.
Yeah. No,
I love it.
So many of us.
And as we go through, you're going to see some comments down at the bottom. People are messaging us. To all of you that are watching live right now, thank you guys for joining us. We see you. Leave us questions, comments, anything like that as we go through. Would love it. What does it say? Don't worry, Las Chivas. When he played in Toluca before. Oh, wow. Okay, so we'll get to that eventually. Two Buzz on the Mic is another podcast. Vicente Sanchez scored the lone goal for RGV to beat San Diego Loyal over this past game on last year. So
it was a sick header, man.
It was, and you know what? It was a defensive fault of ours. So it is what it is. Drew, what are you drinking, man?
I'm having actually something kind of different. A brandy Manhattan. That's what I'm having.
What?
Oh, posh.
Yeah, I know. It's what I had in the liquor cabinet. So I was like, why not? Some sweet vermouth, some brandy.
I feel so unprepared.
I got a beer next to it here. That's what switches the leftover beer I had from last week, which wasn't as exciting. So I figured I'd make myself something more exciting. Talking
about being unprepared, I'm already like halfway down with my Arrogant Bastard by Stone. So at some point I'm gonna go back to that fridge over there. And Stone. So it is what it is. Gavin Sulo, are you guys drinking anything today? Or are you just hanging out?
Just hanging out, man.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
H2O is great too.
H2O is good. Yeah, no judgment. Yeah.
You need both to make the show happen, to be honest.
I should probably be drinking more water than I do. But there's water and beer, so it is what
there is. It's just cereal in a can, right?
That's right. So we were hanging out at Second Chance for our last game, making some noise with Chavos de Loyo. So shout out to those guys. And we were having a beer called Fluffy Tangerine Clouds by Second Chance. So good, Nick. I'm jealous that you actually bought some of that and took it with you. But it's an awesome beer. If you guys ever get a chance to go out there, grab that. Also, here's a quick picture of us there.
Oh yeah,
we're hanging out, banging the drums and making
everybody. Even back to the left of Jerry, there's drums. There's we had everybody not standing like that the whole game. Don't worry, this is just for the photo, so it wasn't that crammed, but it was nice. It was really nice at Second Chance. They do have tasting rooms too in Mission Hills now and in North Park, so they do have those options for you if you ever want to pick up some Fluffy Tangerine Clouds, which is quickly becoming one of my favorite beers. It's just super drinkable, and it's higher ABV than you'd think for just tasting like Fluffy Tangerine Clouds.
Yeah, it's super good. So yeah, let's get into this. So San Diego Loyal drops a game against RGV. I mean, that was a heartbreaker. At some point, I think Gavin, you were mentioning it, right? Like at what point you asked us, did you feel like let's just get that 1 point? And you know what's funny is we have Alan over at the Fairweather podcast. He said Rio Grande Valley FC, they play at HEB Park, and for whatever reason, HEB Park is a place where you go and weird things happen. Sure enough, I mean, 87th minute goal by 41-year-old Vicente Sanchez. I mean, at what point did you, Gavin, actually, I'm going to throw it right back at you. At what point were you like, yeah, we just need to get a point out of this?
Well, here's the thing. I was, and I hope my boss isn't listening, I was at my job watching on my computer at work instead of actually working. And we get through second half. Defensively, they're tied. Possession, they're a few points off, 51 or 48 or something like that. So about the 75th minute, I'm going, all right, you know what? I'll take a draw. Give me the point. Just get a point on the board, And as time ticks on, I'm feeling more and more confident. And then one of my age group peers laces that header into the net, and I'm anyway. I had kind of said something I shouldn't have in my office because it was unexpected. It was the anyway. It was like Aguero missing that PK a couple of days ago. You know?
Oh, dude. Okay, and we'll talk about that too, because we want to get into a little bit of your soccer culture, or into your soccer background, because you've actually been to England and you support Manchester City, which we have a lot of people. Notice how I struggle because I'm a Manchester United fan, but we have a few people actually in the locals that support Man City. So to kind of go through the lineup really quick, Trey Muse, of course, in the back. We had Jack on the right, Thomas Mazzilli, Joshua Yaro making a start again with Salzizo this time coming in as a left back. And then we had Charlie Colin Martin, taking the right, Alejandro Guido, Elijah Martin playing a weird position for him, good one, and then Corey Herzog up front. Not quite the lineup that we saw in the first game. What was your initial reaction to this lineup? Like, what were you thinking as far as the change going into the game? Not how it ended up at the end. Were you like, okay, I kind of like these changes? How did you feel about it?
I kind of felt the same frustration as whoever's dog is going on right now. It's like same idea, you know, like just like
mine.
It's the same noises. You're good, bud. It's the locals. Bum is welcome here.
Yeah, we got a dog.
Dogs are welcome on the pod. There you go. Perfect.
He's not happy with the way that
I'm going to babysit one of those for a month here coming up soon. So
have fun.
I've got one that doesn't do that, and he taught mine to bark.
Well, this is what's going on over here.
Oh, you're having a whole Animal Planet situation. So this is where we are a podcast, but this is why you join us on YouTube, is because you can get some Animal Planet action. In the middle of your soccer digest.
This is great.
This is the most exciting thing we've had on the show in a while.
Yeah,
I win the loss, but yeah, I feel like he does. You know, like none of the changes seem to unlock what we wanted, which was the chance creation. Elijah had the shots on target, but they were right on target, and they seem to be, when your fullback has the most chances in a game, that's probably still not great, right? Where he had the most noticeable good chances, and that's fantastic for Elijah. I love him as a player. I honestly would love him to have a high goal tally. That would be fantastic for the season. But I don't think that generally you want him to be your highest scorer or have the best chances. And that's where I just felt pretty frustrated the whole game, feeling like we're just not getting enough from whoever's the forward at that point, whether it was Nicky, whether it was Corey, whether it was Ben at the end. You're hoping Ben brings on some of the magic he brought on, week one, to maybe at least bring a draw out. You just don't get it, and you leave it flat. And luckily the beer was great. The friends being there was fantastic, but that was the thing that I felt like was my win for the day. Everything else felt like it was just another week of, hey, we should have points. We have no points, and that you're left empty. And so there's really nothing to say when you don't have anything. I don't know.
This is so good. Hey, Tay, this is great, dude. The couch defense is better than we've seen all season. Yeah.
That's what? What Muse like right there.
That's great. I agree. Here's the thing, though. I mean, we do look better than we did against Phoenix. I mean, the 4-1 was not at all what we were expecting, right? And so in this one, possession was high. We finally brought it up. So 50.8. Possession is one of those things where it doesn't matter. Sometimes, and actually most of the times, you look at possession, the people that do the most with their possession is what matters. And sometimes those that do have less possession end up scoring more. Then you go and look at the dual success rate. We actually did worse than RGV. Aerial duels won. They did better. Interceptions, they did better. We finally had one offside, which tells us, okay, finally we're at least trying to get that ball up there. And that was the damn lone goal by Corey Herzog that was called back, right?
He was
corners, they beat us there as well, 6-4. So still those stats are not very good. So I don't like stats at this point, is what I'm trying to get at. We did have some subs come in. We had
John Kelly can come on, just not this week. Not this week is what you're saying.
Indeed, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Sean, is Sean here? I don't think Sean's here.
He's not in the comments. Thank God.
He's not in the comments yet.
We had 70% possession, and we had what was it? We still only ended up with like 0.8 xG. I thought we'd have higher than that based on some of those chances. And again, when you're not laying the ball that thickly, or again, it's coming from a fullback, you're just you're not generating as much. So the stats do tell that story. They do say, hey, even if you felt like we were more in it, we weren't hungry enough in the possession that mattered, right? In the midfield.
Yeah. Hey, but at the end of the day, we did win over one stat, and that is yellow cards. We had 3 for their 1. So Colin Martin, Jack Metcalf, Jack Blake, amazingly getting a yellow card. We are missing Stoneman, but I'm sure if Stoneman was there, he would have gotten a yellow as well, because that's what he does. Listen, like at the end of the day, this was just, it was better.
Yeah.
It was just not. It was not what we were expecting against RGV. And it was a weird game in the sense that the ball just wouldn't go in the back of the net. And I think we struggled with that last season, right? Where you had Elijah Martin take a shot. Beautiful miss. It was just, that should have gone in. And then you had Moshe Bani take another shot. Same thing, should have gone in. Their goalkeeper, man of the match. I mean, their goalkeeper was the man of the match.
Yeah.
Actually, Gavin, how do you feel about that?
Feel like there was I think there were 6 shots in the box and 3 on target, if I remember correctly. Do you feel that there wasn't the creativity needed in the box? Like there wasn't that wizard in the box to execute that. Instead of those shots on target being so on target. There wasn't that. I felt like they were lacking creativity, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Drew, how did you feel about that goal? Actually, let's talk about that, because that was a defensive breakdown.
Well, as Gavin said, this guy who's we watched for 15 years, like in various levels in and out of teams that I've seen, even at certain points. And then he comes in. Somebody was saying, I think while we were there, it was 2 balls. So like Vincente Sanchez. And we were like, yeah, he's like, oh my God, he's still playing. We're like, yeah, he's on our team. And
he gave me hope on 46.
Yeah. Lo and behold, he comes through.
He came in with the bald spot. Like the camera was on in the back of his head. He walks in with the bald
landing over there thinking like, shit, man.
I should probably get in here. Yeah, that's what Landon was like.
What's going on? So like, I don't know. For me, it was cool to see. You always love to see the story where a guy comes in and still makes it. You can play at that level or make a goal, at any level at that age, which is awesome. And just to keep consistency and keep playing. So cool for him, but he was just totally unmarked. He found the space. He's savvy. He's a veteran. All you have to do is leave that guy 5 yards with a cross like that. He's going to be right there. And that's what happened. Is there's no time for somebody even like Muse, who's got great reactions, showed it again in this game a few times and good instincts generally. But it's hard when you can't score on the other end. You make it really tough on your keeper. You make every mistake they make magnified times 10. And in that case, his defense left this guy open. Nothing he can do there, and totally unmarked. I think it was Charlie a bit, who was supposed to mark him in there, it looked like. But again, you just don't know what their defensive setup is. They did have 4 at the back for most of the early part of the game, and it did seem like they shifted that possibly a little bit. But maybe it was just a miscommunication, and again, that's what cost us in Phoenix, was those miscommunications, and you let up for 1 second. That happens.
But Drew, I thought so. I looked at it and I thought TV was supposed to cover him. TV was
in front of him, and then Charlie's kind of behind him. So it's the question is who's supposed to take the ball in, and maybe there was a thought of like Charlie thought, hey, TV's got this because he's so good, he's going to pick that ball out of the air. Maybe that was the thought. And so he didn't close in on it, or he was playing the ricochet or whatever. But it does look like there was almost kind of both of them looking there. Like one of them was supposed to have it, I think.
Yeah.
Right. But even if you were thinking that someone is going to take that ball, you still need to communicate.
You got to cover the man.
And to be vocal. I didn't hear any, be vocal. I got it, cover it, and my question is, did that guy, I can't remember who played in the header, did he come in as a sub or did he play the whole match? Because his legs look really fresh to be 41 years old.
He came in way later. He came in.
Okay, good.
Like, I think Oh shoot, like 60 something minute.
I may have had my screen in boss mode when they walked by. I was like,
Yeah. No, it's yeah, he came in way later. So
he
just
was
with this loss, San Diego falls to 7th in the Western Conference Pacific. RGV actually goes to first place in the Mountain Western Conference.
wow.
So they have 2 wins, no draws, no losses. We have 2 losses. Luckily, Las Vegas Lights has 1 loss, and they have a -5 goal differential. So we are not in 8th place because of Las Vegas Lights right now, but they are 1 game behind us. The only team in our division that has played 3, because this is week 3 technically, is Galaxy 2, and they are in 2nd place with 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. So we're going to be facing off against Tacoma Defiance coming up here on Thursday. And let's jump into that real quick to get through that and then get to the cool stuff, which is the song, because I really want to play the song. Okay, so against Tacoma, they played Galaxy 2 recently. They tied it 1-1. And literally the last moments of the game was a 90+6 penalty that was called in the box. So Galaxy 2 scores a goal, and they're winning the majority of the game in the 78th, to be fair. But Galaxy 2 is also coming off of a really big high, having beaten Las Vegas. Was it 5-0?
Yeah. It was a beatdown, and it's what they the essentially the 2 sides, right, for Los Angeles and LAFC at this point. So it is kind of more of a rivalry than it should be, I guess, behind the scenes. But whatever you make of it, it seemed to be a beatdown by the Galaxy's 2 team there, at least in the initial showing, and then they kind of came in, as you said, a little bit pompous and got kind of leveled there. And for any time our division splits points, it's good for us. So I enjoyed watching that. I was like, okay, good. And then you hope that they maybe are unsure next week, and coming up in this game we can catch them and put the forward down. And the comments, I think somebody did bring up, Nick did, was like thoughts on Landon's comments, and I think he was saying something to the degree of it needs to show this week. So what his comments were, hey, we're doing better, we did all the things we should do, we just didn't create the chances. As Gavin was saying, they weren't as creative as they should have been to create chances, essentially. And that's the idea. So going forward, if they don't do that this week, then it's really all for naught, right? Then you have to make some severe changes to either what they're doing system wise, or feel like you're going to rotate people in starting wise. Maybe you have a different starter than what you had before. So we'll see what we're doing here with Tacoma. I think that since it is just another week rotation game, you'll probably have a similar starting 11, with hopefully Guido being a little bit more rested from whatever his injury was, where he had to, only come in the second half of the first game. So I'm guessing, to creativity's sake, he may still not be 100%, right? He may be still like 90% or 95 last week. And so hopefully he's just a little bit more open to do the things we know he can do when he can really pivot, turn, and kind of throw a ball in a direction that nobody sees coming. And I just haven't seen that as much. We saw a little bit of it in Phoenix when he came on, but they were just doing such a good job of getting forward. It was really hard to see most of that. And then last week, it just felt like they were bogged down, like a step behind a little bit on some of those challenges to get the ball forward.
I almost feel, Drew, like there might still be some injuries that we're not fully aware of, maybe affecting us. But as you're looking at this team, with Tacoma and Galaxy, I think I've said it multiple times. If there was a way for both the teams to lose, that's what we wanted, right? So a tie is good enough, I think, for us. It helps us, absolutely. But if you're looking at now Tacoma and facing them, they're a super young team, just like Galaxy 2 is. Tacoma Defiance is the feeder for Sounders. So they do have some talent. However, they're very, very young. So the one thing that I pointed out earlier and I was thinking about was, if we lose to Tacoma Defiance, it's going to be because of the speed, because these kids are young and they have much higher speed than we do. But if you're looking at some of the stats against Galaxy 2, Defiance lost at possession. They lost at the dual success rate. They lost at the aerial duels won. They lost at interceptions. They lost at the offsides, and they tied in corners. That was again, stats are stats. They don't matter. But they also are very, very chippy bunch because they're young. And if you look at their heat map, like they're very much still in the game. They can push the ball forward very easily, but keep in mind we have Trey Muse, who was their goalkeeper. Stephen Cleveland is a very good goalkeeper for them, but is not quite as good as Trey Muse. So that's an advantage already on top of what we have. But if you're looking at their young base, they're playing a 4-3-3. And this is where it's going to be a breakdown. If we can somehow manage to pull these guys back and then get, I would play the exact starting 11, honestly, against these guys, because that's basically our group that you're going to have. I'd even throw Jordan Chavez in there, honestly. I kind of want to see him. Yeah. But Tacoma Defiance is a very young team that at this point, I think in a podcast, I think it was actually Two Balls on a Mic. They said we're going to have a team that we can use as a punching bag. Not this Tacoma Defiance. So it's going to be interesting. Gavin, did you look into this team? Because right now we're technically, because of our lineup, we're supposed to beat these guys. Like,
well, I did not, but you can write this down. You can graph it across the world. Pretty soon, Loyal, it's going to be fueled by Authentic Sellout, and we'll be at the top of it.
Yeah.
Because the song hasn't come out yet.
When this anthem happens and you get that energy behind you, and oh man, come on, we got this. We just,
yes, love that.
5 goals this week.
5 goals. We're gonna bust a Galaxy 2 versus Las Vegas and just 5-0 on Tacoma Defiance.
Yeah. Welcome to your yeah.
Drew, how do you feel about this game right now? Because honestly, after these last 2 games, there's still some iffiness, man. There's still some iffiness in my.
Yeah, they could come out and unload. You can score early. You score one goal early within the first 15, 20 minutes. It really changes the complexion. If you pile on, you get a second within 20 to 30. It feels like, again, you've got it pretty well in control. And I think that at this case, a team with veteran leadership, with our kind of direction and structure, should be able to see that out and at least maybe even pile on 3 to 4 goals at that point. So that's what you're hoping for. You're hoping they unload and they just come out hot and control a game against a bunch of kids who haven't had a game controlled against them, possibly by veterans before. You want to just turn the screws. So we'll see if that's the case, or if you try and match them, as you said, pace for pace, and looking through the middle. So we'll see what happens. I'm feeling confident, but at the same time, it's tough after the last couple of weeks, especially on the road, to feel like you always, weird stuff can happen. It's a baseball field, unless they're playing at the sports complex. I'm not sure. Sometimes they play at their sports complex. Sometimes they play at their baseball field in the Tacoma. So that's weird dimensions, right? It's just not the same sometimes. And certain teams use that to their advantage, especially if they are a team. But it is smaller, so their speed shouldn't count for as much, which is the nice part on a baseball diamond. But again, weird diagonal runs that they're used to that other people aren't used to. When you're looking at stands and stuff, can play tricks with your eyes where you're thinking the players got 10 yards to the end line, where actually they have more, or possibly, and they can sneak in behind you. So stuff like that's interesting. But when we played them before, we controlled it pretty good. It felt like last year, before the split up in Tacoma. I'm hoping for something like that, maybe a 2-1 kind of 3-1 controlled victory. Strong victory, but something that's not, I'd love to hit 5-0. Let's go. But after the last couple of weeks, I'd be more tenuous and say maybe like 2-1, 3-1. Just like a nice controlled, smooth victory, Cadillac of a victory.
Yeah, they're playing at Cheney Stadium. Cheney Stadium?
Cheney?
Yeah,
so that's more of like a normal. Yeah, Cheney.
I don't know, but that's where they're playing. So again, to kind of bring it back, Tacoma Defiance actually had their first game of their season was against Galaxy 2 in a 1-1 tie. So they're going to be coming home for their first home match against San Diego Loyal Thursday, May 13th, 7 p.m. We're going to be talking about the watch party. We're going to be joining the Chavos de Loyal here shortly. But I feel like that's it, man. Like, what else can we say about this team? It's weird because the players change, and so it's different. It's difficult to say what we're going to be facing. We should absolutely be beating Tacoma. Like that. Yeah. I think everybody in our division just immediately assumes they have to beat Tacoma.
gain points there regardless. Yeah, and 3 points minimum, or 3 points, maximum, obviously 1 point minimum, regardless. But yeah, we should win this game, and that's the question: is do we win a game we should win, or is this team in a status where the system is quote unquote working, but we're not winning games? In which case, I would beg to differ. The system's not working if you're not winning games. So
yeah, it's
something has to give, right? So you can't have both for sure.
We're not sure actually. Taylor said, "Will they have fans at Tacoma?" We're not sure if that's happening. I don't know if there's any of us that are going. So it's weird because so last season, our first season, we had our first win away to Tacoma, and it almost feels like we're going to repeat it this time around.
Possibly.
I mean, I'm hoping,
They do have a weird hill there people can watch in from, so there will probably be their supporters there again.
Yeah, we are winning. No negativity.
Funny because it's like they're like super far away. It's like
This is Marissa from Live on Social Now Productions. But yeah, we're winning. No negativity. I like that. That's what we're gonna take with us. Abel said we should have been winning games, but
unlucky.
Yeah.
Well, last week was unlucky. There was no luck.
The
first week, but
I can agree with you on that one.
No, the breaks, then those Elijah shots, one goes a little bit, spins off the keeper's hand, totally different game if you get one of those. And that's where, again, last week felt pretty unlucky, but you have to turn it into something this week. But I'm 88-minute Herzog goal. Afmir, I would take like a 8-minute Herzog goal. That's what I'm looking for. I want just punch him out the gate, kick it deep early, just put the ball in the box, and as Gavin was saying, have him be creative and create a goal. Let's go.
Then park the bus.
Yeah, Mourinho style. Mourinho style.
Totally.
No, but here's the thing: is like San Diego Loyal has won just that way. Is come out hot, score goals in the first half, 2-3 behind them, and then defend, and then park the bus, and that's how we end up winning. And that's how we did it last season, and that's how we probably should be doing it now. However, we don't have the amazing talents of Rubio Rubin this season. He is with RSL scoring motherfucking bicycle kicks with RSL right now. So, we can't really say that that's something that we're going to have here, but there you have it. Marissa said, 2-1 with goals from Herzog and Metcalf. I love that. Metcalf. All right. Yeah, that's possible.
I like the redemption arc from week 1. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I do need a refill, Drew.
You played better this last week too, I would say, Jack. So I just to kind of point that out. We're talking positive. You need a refill. Okay.
That's dope. Go. Yeah, I need a refill. Do you want to let's introduce these guys? Let's talk about
Authentic
Sellout. Finally, let's get into this.
Well, just how you guys came to make
just
sports
watch
music,
me as I go get a beer.
Make music in general. So the two of you, I guess, we'll go Sulo, since we've been talking a lot of footy here with Gavin. With the music side of things, in terms of starting and going from where you guys up to now. It sounds like you've been in music for a long time in town, doing one thing or another, and then you're in the stand.
Is somebody falling downstairs?
That's Angie just got home. Yeah. Sorry about the loud noise. Oh, they can hear you in the background. Oh.
There, you're good. You're muted now. You tell me.
Yeah, you're good.
Dude, give us a thumbs up when you're good to go, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I just muted you, so you're good.
No problem. But yeah, you guys have been doing this for a while, it sounds like. But the music and the idea for the song itself sounds like it was you got the upside down one. You turn it upside down. You're opening it the right side up, though. I see what you did.
I am. It's like.
Okay.
I don't know, dude. Stone did this weird thing. I don't know, whatever. They flipped our badge up and down too, which I'm gonna.
All right. The band has been one of those things where, it sounds like it's been a long time coming. For you guys,
Sulo, let me know, dude.
But Gavin or Sulo, I'll throw it out to either one of you guys. What kind of brought you to this point in your career, and then also kind of maybe any sports kind of background in terms of fanship and stuff like that around town?
Well, Sulo, do you want to?
Yeah, I can answer that.
Yeah, because my story is a bit different from his. I've only been around for 9 months in this band, so I'll let him, give the backstory of them and then how I came in.
Totally.
So what exactly do you want to know?
Yeah, the band. How'd you come to this band? In the first place, just kind of get back in the band, and then kind of your sports background as well as possibly how you guys ended up in the song here, and then kind of Gavin can kind of probably come in at that point and tell his story with the band as well, I guess.
Well, the band started in 2006. It was formed for the means of just playing one gig, and that kind of evolved into, hey, let's do another show. And then eventually within a year, we were a full-time band. And then fast forward, almost 15 years later, here we are. Gavin, he came into the fold like last June?
Yeah, July.
Yeah, it was like end of June, something like that. And brought that kind of energy and just ambition that we've been looking for in a drummer for so long, and just totally stoked on the music and came prepared. His first rehearsal, and I just went into action quickly because last year was kind of a shit show for everybody. We really didn't do too much, so I spearheaded I spearheaded a music video, and it's called Cemetery. I think he said that you guys checked it out already. And that had a lot of great feedback, and we've been entering that into film festivals, and we've already won a couple awards for it, for best music video. And we're getting selected for more that are coming up, and just excited about that. And a couple months ago, Gavin proposed to me. Did
you say yes? I'm sorry.
Yes, he proposed to me.
Did he go to Jared?
Sorry, I was being real quick. I just walked in at the wrong time. I'm sorry.
That was comedy. I was like, where'd he go?
At the pee, man. I drink too much beer. That's what.
He proposed the whole fact that hey, I walked into the Loyals, headquarters, and pitched him on this whole idea of writing them an anthem theme song. What do you think? And I was all about it. I mean, my background is huge with soccer. I played soccer for 10 years, from the age of like 5 up until, 15. And then I got really heavily into music and, kind of got out of the whole athletic thing. And here we are now. So it's for me, it's a big honor. And I really wanted to put my heart and soul into this song and really capture the essence of what the Loyals represent. So I went and combed the website, combed the Wikipedia page, and just studied on the team so I could try to capture that lyrically and just write a brilliant song that not just, the team and the owners and the crew and but the fans especially could really appreciate and relate to.
Yeah, the backstory is it's a bit more comedic because I'm a sales guy, right? And I spent most of before I became a sales guy, I was a touring musician full time. I'm talking San Diego to Moscow with, Rat City Ride and many other bands, right? So I'm having to work for a living. And so I send my resume to San Diego Loyal to be one of the sales guys, right? They call me back and I'm like, yes. So I answer the phone. Hey, this is Weston. We've become good friends since then.
Hey, Weston.
Instead of me getting, having anything to do with my resume, he ends up selling me season tickets. I'm like, wait a minute. So we keep talking before I commit to anything. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go into the shop. I go into the shop and he's there and many other people and some people behind the glass. Landon wasn't there, but other higher ups were. And we started talking. And I pitched the idea, and next thing you know, we're drinking beer, and I've already said we're going to do it before I even talk to the band.
That's what I love about it.
I'll make it work.
But he's just making executive decisions. We're doing it.
Yeah.
But the vibe is right? You meet these guys, and you meet the people there, and they are just like cool. They totally get it, and you vibe instantly to where you're like, how can I help this? How can I be a part of this? And
football
like
is my life.
Yeah, and you go in with both feet. Like you don't just like wade into the pool, you jump in. And that's what has been so awesome with this club is seeing people catch that vibe. And
I could care less about drumming. I just want to play soccer. So,
you want this? Hey, hello.
So all of our bandmates, they start doing their thing. Our primary writer, he lives up in Northern California, but he put blood, sweat, and tears into it. Shuttle some things down via the interweb, you know how we do things now. And we wrote this song, and I couldn't be more proud of it. So I cannot wait to hear it. And I will say that a lot of the lyrics were based on those two unfortunate incidents we had last season. Remember? And it's an homage to, you know, we're in this together, and we're not going to. Anyone who wants to be in our circle can be in our circle, but understand that we're all inclusive, you know. And yeah, that's it. I just can't wait for you guys to hear it.
Nice. No, I love that. So 15 years with the band. I'm interested before we get into the song itself. Like, what are some accomplishments that you are very proud of with this band? Like, drop some names, man. I want to hear you just go and drop a big thing on it. You guys have accomplished in the past 15 years.
Well, just as recent as 2018, we took home a San Diego Music Award for Best Indie Alternative Band of the Year.
Nice.
So that was a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, sorry, I have to do it.
It's not the first time on a podcast someone has done that. Nice. For me, at least.
Was that a foghorn or a fart?
Do it again.
I have this one too.
Check your colon if it comes out like that.
This is my favorite right here. Watch.
I hate Phoenix.
Did you hear that?
Drop.
I hate Phoenix.
So a music award. Go ahead.
Let's see. We've played with the Misfits on their 30th anniversary tour to a sold-out show at House of Blues. That was pretty rad.
Nice.
We've opened up for pretty much all my punk rock heroes and so many big bands. I mean, the list just is pretty much endless in the 15 years we've been doing this. One of the most unique and probably my favorite personal show that we played is we played this post-apocalyptic Mad Max themed festival called Wasteland Weekend. And we got the opportunity to shoot a really amazing music video for our song called Radiate. And you can also check that out on our YouTube channel as well. And that got a lot of views and people really loved that. And, you know, a lot of people haven't heard of Wasteland Weekend. So they were just like, oh my God, how did you film that? It looks like you guys are on the set of the movie The Road Warrior or Mad Max Fury Road or something. That's amazing. And I mean, just the production value there is insane. Talk about like cosplaying. These guys take it to a whole another level. And we were privileged to have been able to do that. And it was pretty cool. We had a fill-in drummer at the time. And his name's John Stewart. And John Stewart, he was the drummer for Fishbone for almost 20 years. So I was pretty stoked to have him on that show. You know, it's funny because I was going through the list of fill-in drummers, and the first drummer that I called was him, and he's just like, I don't care what anyone else says, I want that gig. I love Mad Max, and I know that festival. So to have someone like him that's that accomplished to be so excited about playing the show, it meant a lot. So, yeah, those are just a few of the achievements that we've had in the past, and you know, I'm stoked to see what Gavin now can bring to the table. He's already brought this, and this is very exciting. Here we are on the Loyals podcast. You know? So.
No, well, seriously, thank you guys, and the reason that I wanted you to do that is to show people, because I know your history and I already looked it up, but I'd rather have our listeners actually listen to it from you guys, from your mouth, and you guys be able to say, hey, look, we've been around for a long time. If you hadn't heard about us, like, stop living under a rock. Go out and support local music, because Authentic Sellout is definitely one of those bands that has been around and has been producing amazing music. And I don't know, guys. I mean, are you guys ready to play this thing? I feel like so what I'm gonna do is I'll mute you guys so that we can all listen to it and enjoy it. And then anybody that's listening right now, we have a few people actually here live with us. Make sure that you comment. Let us know how you feel about it, what you think. But this is now, I think, is it available yet, guys?
It's not available just yet. I submitted.
World premiere.
This is the world premiere. I wanted to save the release until after we did this podcast to give you guys the grand unveiling.
I love that. Now let's go. I'm just refilling my cup here real quick. Sorry.
If I air drum, I apologize. It happens.
No, I might do it already, and I've listened to it a bunch of times. Just to be fair,
I'll do it. I'll just have terrible rhythm, so don't mind me.
All right. So the screen's gonna stay the same, but you're gonna hear the music hopefully if I do this right. So here we go. The world premiere of sorry about that, Gavin. I'm taking you out here. The world premiere of Loyal We Are by Authentic Sellout. Here it is.
Loyal to the soil, the pitch is where we roam. Loyal we are, San Diego is our home. Loyal to the outcome, our honor remains. Loyal we are, we give everything is gained. We believe in each other, we stand together. We love this game. We are no fear of defeat. Bring your best, then you got what it takes. Narrowing the angles, crossing on the blades. We believe in each other. We stand together. We love this game.
And that was Loyal We Are by Authentic Sellout. as you can see, gentlemen, from the comments, everybody loves this song. Look at this. That's a lot of fire.
I was about to say.
Fires.
I was gonna take one of these scarves, but I was afraid I might break Tony Gwynn and then start swinging it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Look at this. Everybody's loving it right now, man.
Sounds like they want to hear the song at the games.
Hell yes.
Oh yeah.
That'll
Let's
happen.
make this happen. Oh, by the way, so I got a message from somebody in the office with the horns and with a fire emoji. So the officially you're getting some love from some people in the office. So there you go.
Nice.
No, I love
Thank
it.
you guys.
Yeah, I was hoping when I pitched the song that we bring a lot of. I used to, when I was on tour, I'd go to a lot of matches in Europe. I'm talking from Champions League down to, I got to go to my job in the morning. From England to Germany, Scotland, all over. So I was trying to bring that energy, that old firm Rangers Celtic passion, I wanted us to have that chanty, like in all of us behind the net and in the stadium, just firing that team up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Minus the street fights, but get that passion going.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, yes, no, that's absolutely what we wanted to accomplish. So this song, I think, does it. So when does this song release? When can we purchase this? When is this gonna be out so we can actually listen to it? When are you guys gonna have it out? Obviously, everybody here loves it. So when we actually get the good quality download from all of our digital.
It should be out next week. I submitted it to all the digital platforms last week with an immediate release. So it's under review right now, and I can't wait to start promoting it and everyone, to start adding it to their playlists and listening to it.
I'm actually. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say go and follow Authentic Sellout right now. They'll let you know on their social media and when you can get it, so that you make sure that you have it. Sulo, I'm gonna mute you for a sec. Whenever you guys release it, it's gonna be on Authentic Sellout's social media. So make sure that you follow them and make sure you go support the band because they are local. They're very much San Diego, and I mean, you guys heard it. That was really freaking good.
I'm still going through this week. I think Friday. So Weston was took a little vacation, but I'm going to head down to the office this week, and I printed out the lyric sheet and everything else. Just actually, Sulo made a really nice lyric sheet with the Loyals logo and everything. So I'm going to present packages to them just because they haven't really heard it yet. Weston hasn't even heard it, so I'm going to go there and. Kind of like getting a gift basket at the Grammys, but it's just
I like that.
It's just a sheet of paper and the song that we made for them, So.
Yeah, for sure. No, look at this comment right here. Authentic Sellout is better than Diplo. So Diplo is one of the owners of Phoenix Rising, just so you know, and that's why he's saying this. That's too good. That's awesome.
Yeah,
they have to import their musicians. We got them here making.
We got them here.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
and everybody, if people want to hear the song on the radio, it's going to be played on 91X this upcoming Sunday night. So just follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and we'll keep you updated what time we're going to be on talking about the song and debuting it on the radio.
So you're at Gavin and Sulo is what for Instagram? I know you guys are on there. Is it just Authentic Sellout?
Yes.
No money sign on the S, right? It's just
just with a regular S.
For everybody that is here, it's at Authentic Sellout. AUTHENTIC. You know how to spell Authentic Sellout. Come on.
You don't.
Sellout is one word. Sellout is one word.
Yes, go and follow them. The guitar was most impressive. Yeah, and that guy's like has hella tattoos and he's super sexy too. That guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Go and follow him. Let's see, Gavin and Sulo, you've got to get in Discord so you can get way too deep in the combo each week. Yeah, no, you should. So I think so Gavin is a member. Sulo, we're gonna convince him he's gonna be on there too.
I'm down. Let's do it.
Yeah, and we'll have them join our Discord so they can join in, and we can make this the the battle cry for the locals. I think this is a fantastic song to do that on. So not seeing it on Twitter. Are you guys on Twitter?
No.
What's a Twitter?
Yeah, what's Twitter?
Music doesn't. It's just words. There's no music on Twitter.
Yes, and they're not on Twitter. It's on Instagram, bro. Come on. All right. No, but a lot of people are giving you guys love right now, so that's awesome.
We appreciate it.
No, and to kind of go back on this song, I mean, like I can totally get it from. I hear it, Gavin, like what you were trying to accomplish. And Gavin, you're very much a European soccer supporter. You want to kind of tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I started touring professionally.
What are you doing, Drew? Hold on. Drew, are you moving the cameras? What are you doing?
No,
I was just moving stuff around. I was flipping. I was moving Gavin up. You were having a conversation with Gavin. I'm
saying no, dude. You're confusing me. Okay, go ahead. Sorry,
yeah. So I started touring professionally many years ago. I joined this band that did really well called Red Lotus, right? MySpace, totally.
Yes, go follow them on their blog on
their Zanga.
Go follow them on there. Download them on Napster and LimeWire right now. Thank you.
Exactly. So I was in this band, and we had this Viacom deal going on. And the band was doing well, so our first tour was with this band called Living Color, right? They were big in the 80s. It took us to Europe, and I was always into following DeMarcus Beasley and a couple of Americans who made it over there, before that's how I became a city supporter because of DeMarcus
Legend DeMarcus Beasley, by the way.
Yes. So every night, of course, we're with our German tour manager and our German driver, and we're all over Europe, and every night they're following their teams, and I'm like, it's so different than what they portray it as in America, right? So we start on our off nights going to whatever matches we could go to, and but I was living over there for 6 months of the year for 10 years just because I was touring there so much. And I've shown you photos of me, on the front of the Manchester Times, in front of the Etihad Stadium, being a dork and being all stoked because I got to see Sergio Aguero. And it's just been a part of my life. And my kid plays on a club locally, and he's on a developmental academy and the U.S. Soccer Developmental Academy. So it's a big thing for us, for my entire family. My kids and I, we're passionate about it. And like I said, I would rather play soccer than music at this point, but I'm too old to go backwards.
One of the things for me, and I think for us as the locals too, is we've been a big part of like growing what we view as American soccer. And I think what we want to do is eventually make it to where our kids, because I have two boys, and we want to make it to where they can just walk into a culture, right? Like in Europe, and Gavin, you experienced it. In Europe, you have a culture that's been there for hundreds of years that you can literally just walk into, and it's there. Like the clubs for their city, they live for that club. Right? You have clubs that are like Portsmouth, where like only that city follows and is so in love with that club. And San Diego, we're lucky to be a bigger city where people see it as like a tourist destination, but San Diego is not really a tourist destination if you look into it what San Diego is. San Diego is very much the barrios in Logan, the city heights. We are not what you're used to seeing in like La Jolla. Like, yes, that's where the money is, but if you look at what San Diego encompasses, it is the working class, it is punk, it is rock, it is what we as
metal too.
It's a port city. I mean, it's all types, right? Like we brought in different ideas, people, cultures over the years and mixed them, which is part of the fun. It's a beauty.
But you know what I love about Loyal is they remind me of. I have a German side too that I support heavily. I dig deep into them. St. Pauli.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
St. Pauli's second division. But you know what? Those guys, and the supporters of St. Pauli, they stand for everything I do and stand for everything Loyal does when it comes to inclusiveness and not tolerating this or that or any of that bad behavior that you see on the news, And San Diego to me is my St. Pauli. And that's what the Loyal are to me. They're my St. Pauli, and I'm that one till the wheels fall off,
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that's the way that we're approaching this as well. So, from the supporters end of things, like I think that it's very important to give the supporters some sort of ownership. And I think that's what St. Pauli has. The punk rock aspect of what St. Pauli does is so amazing and it's so punk rock that we want to bring some of that to San Diego, because San Diego is not, what you're used to seeing. What the outside world sees is beach surfers, but that's not us. That's not all of us, and I want to make sure that as supporters of this team, and here's the funny part, like you're looking at soccer culture in general, like soccer is very different to other sports, right? Like where you don't quite look at football, baseball the same way as you do soccer. Soccer supporters are 100% different. And so for us in the locals, it's important to have people like you guys, like Gavin and Sulo and the rest of you guys in Authentic Sellout that want to make a song because you feel passionate about it. You want to represent your city, you want to represent your club, and you want to represent a sport that allows that to happen. And with a song like Loyal We Are, I feel like that's what we're accomplishing. So whether you guys understood this or not, like I want to let you guys know that this is a big step forward for us as supporters to have you guys who are our representatives out there creating music like this that can make us feel like we're a part of something. So it's a big thing. And I'm not sure that you guys understand that 100%, but seriously, like it's so amazing. So
it's a culture. Soccer's a culture. No, it's not a sport. It's not an activity. It's a culture. We have the longest season, and then we have to play for national teams. Scotland. You have to play for national teams. You have to do international break during the season. I mean, it's a year-long thing, and people spend their entire lives following not just their team, but their nation team and their players. It's amazing. And I wake up at 4:30 on the weekends to watch. I don't even care if it's Burnley. I watch,
By the way, if you guys ever need background people for your video for Loyal We Are, we're down.
We were actually going to talk to them about trying to get
that's one thing we definitely wanted to do next with this song is make a video out of it. Use footage of the team playing and feature some of the players, feature you guys.
Espen's on YouTube. We'll get a video for this. Here's the thing, like it can become a theme. It can become like our actual song that we are all wowing in the stadium.
That's the plan. That's what's going to happen.
So there you have it. I'm excited to have you guys on board and for this. We're gonna keep going with. Oh shoot! Oh, here we go. We have a couple of things that we have to hit before we call it quits for tonight. Main things being watch party. We're gonna be joining the Chavos, Drew, coming up on Thursday. We're playing against Tacoma. I hate them because they have the word taco in their name. But
it's like Yo-Yo Ma, but Taco Ma.
It's Taco Ma.
I don't know. Taco Ma. We're going to be with our friends from Chavos at Home and Away in Old Town. Parking can be somewhat of not awesome in that part of town generally, but it's a great venue. It's got an outdoor patio. It's where we're going to be setting up. We'll have Match Day Live. We'll be there with Jordan and that other guy from the radio, Darren. They'll be Darren. Great question, Darren Smith. The best.
Darren
He knows I love him.
Jordan Carew.
Those two guys. They'll be there as long as you guys want to be on camera behind them. I guess that'll be a thing that's happening. They told us to make a scene, but Chavos, this is where they've decided they want to watch a lot of their matches. It sounds like, or at least initially hang out, and they invited us there, which is really nice of them to invite us. We invited them to the Second Chance last week. They came up in force, and we had a drum party up there, and we're gonna go down there and do the similar thing. And I'm looking forward to it, man. It's a Thursday, so again, Thursday's parking. Probably gonna want to, if you can, if you got that flexibility these days, maybe get there around 4 or 5ish, just to kind of slide in a little earlier. But 6ish is when officially, we'll be more present. But obviously, everybody will be there when they get there.
And now you got the baddest drummer in the city on your team.
Dang, yeah.
Oh,
Jerry and I keep looking at. We keep being like, they keep trying to hand me drumsticks, Gavin. I'm like, you don't understand. I can do melody. I cannot do rhythm.
I can see you clapping on the 1 and the 3. That's why I can't even look at you.
I can sing. I'm a choir boy. I can do trumpet, believe it or not. But I can play certain things. But I'm just not a drummer. So we need people who can drum professionally. We got some of the best here now with us, which is thanks, man.
Drew, meet him out, bro.
Can I explain it?
Sure, you should.
Okay. So there's this thing on our show called Meat to Mouth that they like to bring up from time to time. And it's a now meme and GIF that's exploded out of this. But the idea is that, when you have good street tacos or you have just meat, there's a proximity. Even if you have, like, let's say a halal meat, something like a good kebab shop, which has kind of exploded here recently in town, you can go there. The half-life on that is not as good. You have it a half hour later. It's just not as good as if you eat it right away. So the meat going right to no mouth.
Yeah, but you're not going to Google that because you're going to end up on.
There's no other way to describe it, though. Meat proximity to mouth. Like, you get too technical, so just meat to mouth.
Okay.
That's where we get.
Whatever your proclivities are, that's cool with me.
Hey, man.
No one's judging you. No, the whole point is that you're having, your tacos have to be fresh.
Yeah.
Out the grill, right onto the tortilla and into your mouth.
And the taste comes from that experience, not just the transport. If you took that in a bubble and put it somewhere, it's not going to be the same as that specific corner or that shop or that kitchen. Right? All that.
Hey, I'm just
into your mouth.
So we're live and we do this in the podcast. Sulo,
Someone getting murdered.
Business is going on over in your background, bro.
Dexter is at his house there.
I have a small place.
Someone said it's a room behind you.
No, but we had to call you out, but thank you for joining us, you guys. Like, it's
man,
a lot of fun.
We appreciate you guys.
It's been a blast.
The song is fantastic. It gives me shades of, like, I see BVB, I see these like big stadiums just like rocking, like that kind of idea. And we'll take our $7,000 there or so at USD, and this will be our jam.
Seriously, that was the pitch, and we moved forward with it.
So we're probably gonna close this off here shortly, but just so you guys know, we do hang out after hours. If you guys are willing to hang out, you can. If you don't want to, that's totally okay if you can't.
Hey, they say spin it again.
Spin it again. Oh, we might do that after hours.
Okay.
So the thing is that we hang out after hours on our live. The podcast itself will be audio and will be released as is. But once the outro goes on, we hang out and we talk some shit. So this is one of those things where, like, we're supporters group, so we can cuss. It doesn't matter. Our bad religion. Oh, dang, I like that, Amir. Nice. Look at Authentic Sellout already getting, dude. What's up? That's nice. Are those? What is this? Oh, Sulo. Nice.
There's so much more room for activity.
Those power tools.
Yeah, it sounds like someone's laying out plastic.
Yeah.
No, you're to be fair, Sulo's mic is amazing. and picks up everything.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
Gotta have that voice. You gotta pick it up.
That's
All right,
right.
Voice.
let's close this up, guys. Sulo, anything that you want to say to our listeners right now before we get going?
I just want to thank you guys for all the positive response with all the comments. Glad you guys like the song. We put a lot of thought and time and energy into writing something that you guys could all connect with and cherish as an anthem for the loyals.
Nice, love it, Gavin.
What can I say that hadn't been said already? You guys be good to each other. See you on the pitch, yeah?
That's right. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. We're going to hang out for a little bit afterwards. If you're listening on audio, that's it for us. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We love you all. Have a great night, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Spin the track on the way out, Jerry. Spin the track on the way out.
Why not? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Hold on. Here we go. Thank you guys for listening for the Loyal Locals podcast. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Where we roam, loyal we are. San Diego is our home. Loyal to the outcome, our honor remains. Loyal we are, we give everything each game. We believe in each other. We stand together. We love this game.
This is so good. Oh!
The sun on our backs and the ball in our feet. Loyal we are, no fear of defeat. We know what it takes. Never we the angles, crossing on the blades. We believe in each other.
He doesn't really like.
The drums are here. Oh no, not right here. Never mind. Coming up. For the next
Human's song fell off the shelf. Got cut in half.
Oh, Gavin, I got to show you something cool. Hold on one second.
Dude. I like that, Gavin.
Oh, sick.
The magnets.
Wait.
Yeah. I got one for you, too.
Solid.
I hope you got one for all of us, Sulo. That's not nice.
Yeah, so we got.
I got a bunch.
We all need one.
That's our little band insignia character.
So good, guys. Yeah, man.
So good. It builds really nicely too. It's something I couldn't like
Yes,
break
sir.
down on the podcast, but it really breaks down. It like builds really nicely from the beginning with that kind of
It was
slower in, and then
so much fun in the studio too, watching it come to life. Like it honestly turned out like bigger than we thought it was going to be, and that's kind of how it always goes when we're in the studio. Like I live for that kind of shit.
Oh,
know?
dude, that's
The collaboration, the kind of the fabric that really just brings it together.
Dude, no, but when you're in a studio like building a song and the producer's like, wait, do this and do that, and then all of a sudden it turns into something that you didn't know it could be. That's my favorite.
That was this, but not because of the producer. It was because we had one guy in Northern California who had done the arrangement, and we'd all done it a bit differently in rehearsal because he wasn't with us. So when we got to the studio, it was a bit of, I thought it was this way. So we had to, it kind of, we had to let it happen organically. Sometimes you can't just go by the script.
Yeah.
We all got into the same room, and it was just such an organic thing.
Awesome, dude. That's so awesome. Oh, we have hold on. Oh shit, where's that? We have a question from shit, where'd it go? The cereal question, Drew.
Oh, the cereal question?
Yeah.
Which cereal would you be?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite cereal? So there's two versions of this. The original version you were asked
So this is
on the post show was what
cereal
cereal would you be? But it's also kind of morphed into just what's your favorite cereal, which is usually like.
Let me go first, please. Captain Crunch, because you know why? Fuck the roof of my mouth.
Oh. It's going hard. That's punk.
They say Sugar Smacks.
Smacks? Oh snap!
Sugar Smacks. Yeah, they're good.
Dude, Smacks are good.
Yeah.
Yes.
They are. I always see them. I'm like, oh, that's a good. I'm gonna do that. Pops is another one I had like the other day that I was like, this is weird. And like, I wouldn't recommend it all the time, but it's interesting.
What was that about, dude?
Well, I broke Hugo Lloris lost his head and his leg. So it got real out of here. Yeah. And then toys, they're collectibles. Okay. Jeez. San Diego chicken up here. Come on. Show some respect to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Hey, okay, so Tay said, I'm out of beer. Will I have one in the fridge, but it's supposed to be for Jerry. Which one is that? I'll let you know if you can drink it. Let's see. That needs a home on my beer fridge. Oh, see, he's talking about the Sulo, the magnet.
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't have popped these. Everybody's gonna want one. See what happens?
Yeah, well,
you gotta bring it up for the class.
And, make these into like a soccer ball or something.
Oh yeah.
Like add the little like bridges of a soccer ball, like look to it. Yeah.
You get the right color, get the Tory green in there. There you go.
You know you've been on a long podcast when your earbuds die.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's why I start with the left and then I switch to a right and then I slowly take out the left.
Gotcha.
Kind of my move for anybody listening at home. I'm sure they've noticed. No. The funniest things are you're always like somebody totally noticed that I totally just like keep touching my nose, but it's like they don't really focus at all. Which I always find fun. And then somebody will point it out every once in a while, and then you're like, damn it, they do notice. They're always watching. If you're on camera, it's weird how they're watching you.
Gavin, the club just asked for a link to the song right now.
Who do I need to send it? I was going to be down in the office on Friday. Do they want me to bring it or just email it?
Can I email them the link that you send me?
Yeah. Just make sure it's the second version. Can you email them the lyric sheet as well?
Yeah, I can.
Wait a minute. I thought your dog got hit by a car.
This is not my dog. This is my ex-wife's dog.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? What's going on here?
He's out of town.
What is going on over there? Okay.
We have joint custody kids and joint custody dogs.
It looks just like your last dog. And I've only seen it. Yeah. I've only seen a few pictures. My condolences again. Sorry. So
yeah, my other dog was looks like Benji. That's my other dog.
My dog's in the other room here too. He looks a little bit like. Do you have a Maltipoo there, Sulo?
Oh yeah. So I got a. It's actually a Bichon Frise poodle mix, and then the other one's a Chihuahua Dachshund mix. So it's a Chiweenie.
He looks a little longer.
And then the other cat. Angie, what kind of cat is Baby Kitty?
Baby Kitty, Yeah, her mom did something wrong.
She was supposed to be a Savannah cat, apparently.
No,
Her
like her
mom did something, is what she said.
Then I got a black cat.
Hey, bring her into the podcast right now. We need an explanation. She said it. What did she say? It's not quite the.
She said it was supposed to be a Savannah cat.
So what happened? The mom is a Savannah.
What
cat.
happened?
The mom is a Savannah cat.
Got knocked up by.
He got knocked up by a little domestic cat.
Oh.
All of them came out big except her.
So that's why she's called Baby Kitty, because she was the run of the litter. And then watch, I'll show you my favorite cat. Hold on. Out of the two.
I feel like we need to have the person that was interrupting the podcast the entire time to come in on the podcast right now. Sulo.
Hey, did you send them the literacy too?
This is Janice Dickinson.
No way.
What?
And if you guys know Janice Dickinson, like the model, so she's named Janice Dickinson because she's temperamental.
Gives lots of harsh looks.
As you can hear, she's already kind of grumpy because I removed her from her little tower bed on her cat tree. The dope cat tree that my girlfriend built.
Who is tap dancing over there? What is that?
Sounds like dog feet.
That's Gavin.
Those are black angels. When I was a kid, my grandparents would tell me that thunder was just black angels tap dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no white angels.
No. Well, they're not. Yeah.
Hey, is that your girlfriend? Is she talking shit? Tell her to come in the right now on the podcast.
Yeah,
come here right now. She heard me. Oh,
she
she
was a
heard
background
me.
character for part
She's
of
laughing now.
She's all I
can. Tell her to come on right now. She'll be making noise during this entire podcast. All of a sudden, she'll be laughing at us.
No, she's got hope from work.
Hey, Jerry.
She's been working all day, so when she's not working in the office, she's a former hairstylist, so she does hair.
Oh, you know what? No, that respect, because she needs a break. Yeah,
big time,
dude. Yeah, no, I get it for sure. You guys know it's been a blast. Like you guys,
Dickinson. No, it was Janice Dickinson. Janice Dickinson, like the former 70s, 80s supermodel. So the cat is very temperamental. So that's where the name came from.
We're all being
judged by Janice right now.
Yeah.
Tom knows.
What do you expect?
Angie's like, we got the cat from a gay dudes. What do you expect? Hey, the name came with the cat. Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe it's a TJ Rescue. She's actually the white dog is 15 years old. I can't fucking believe it, man. How old this dog is, and it's so like full of life still. Yeah.
Fabulous.
This is the thermos. This is the I put stickers on
cool.
it. I don't know. He was just asking. Yeah, no, it matches color wise. It's really nice. I bought it. I was like, this could match color wise. Then we made the sticker that fits perfectly on it. But yeah, it's not. It's just stickers, Espen. But yeah, Sand Cloud. That's who makes this. I think. I can't say it's very durable. I will say that I do not vouch for its durability. So don't invest. That's all I'm saying. One of a kind. So, the top broke with like in a week, and I super glued it back. And I was like, I could ask for like a new one, but I was like, it's just gonna be a hassle. But I like the color, so I just won't be as rough on it.
Hey,
but
Jerry,
yeah, if you want one, that's where they are.
Yes.
Hey, did you send that lyrics sheet also?
I will.
Thank you.
No, absolutely.
Thank you.
He's sending me. So I have a connection with the club, and the club is. He might actually still be watching right now. He's texting me a bunch of stuff, and I'm calling him out on stuff. So.
We have a pretty amazing video production crew, so I can't wait to
Yo, that cemetery video. Yo, should we play that?
Good.
This is after hours, by the way. This is
the after hours is for.
We
We
can
can
do whatever the hell we want.
What? It's up to Sulo.
Whoa.
What do you want to play?
The video from this. What is it? Cemetery, right?
Terry. Yeah, you guys can play that if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You guys can take down our video later. You can just say, "Hey, we object to this."
That's fine.
Yeah, on YouTube, you'd be like,
So we got that video, and then we got that one I was telling you about, the Mad Max theme one, which is pretty wild.
Yeah.
it's the one I'm telling you about where the guitarist is just like fucking goddamn.
So this is this video for Cemetery is something I've been wanting to do since I wrote the song 6 years ago, and it's Tim Piles kind of actually inspired me to write the song because he invited me on his podcast. This is back when he was still with 94.9, and he was going to be live at the Del Mar Scare Zone or whatever. So it was like all Halloween themed, and I was just coming out of like a 3-year hiatus of us not really doing anything, and as we were writing songs, the most random shit happened. I was like up late at night watching Nick at Night, and there's an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where he gets into a drinking contest with his ex-girlfriend's like jock boyfriend, and they prank him and put him in a cemetery, and they start seeing all these ghosts, and next thing you know, like one thing led to another. I grab a piece of paper and I just start jotting down lyrics, and I conceived this whole idea that like the last thing you remember is you're at a bar, and then you wake up in a cemetery and trying to figure out if you're dreaming or if you're actually dead and a ghost.
Ooh, let's listen to it. Let's go. You can comment through this thing too. That's what I love about being able to do this right here. Like I can share. Hold on.
The cool thing about this song is this is like one of the only songs that I fully wrote myself from start to finish. So I actually play the guitar too. And I wanted to have it kind of have that kind of Misfits meets rockabilly type feel to it. From around, I'm scratching my head. Gotta get out my meeting. Trying to figure out where I am. Let's go with some fear in my head. I'm waking up in cemetery. This cemetery is at Mount Hope. And it's actually San Diego's oldest cemetery. There's tombstones there from like the 1800s and whatnot. It's pretty cool. Maybe I got hit by a car. All remember is even the bar. Somewhere, what is this? My last ride was in.
That's the guy I'm talking about right there. Look at those muscles, dude. Like,
the guy's a fitness trainer. Go figure, right?
definitely looks like a bodybuilder.
Haven't had a carb since 2006.
And this guy here is our MC for the band. So he's like our hype man. He'll introduce us and then talk us off stage at our shows and whatnot. And he's nickname is the Wizard, so he's a character. So we have a running theme throughout this video and our video before this one with him.
You talked over the solo, dude.
He said he talked over my solo, bro.
The guitar player is so good, man. I love listening to him play.
Young buck out of the group too. He just turned 30 today, or not today. Day before yesterday.
Nice. Ooh, I like that outro.
That was a good outro.
The video right below it. in the menu
Nice.
Is that video I was telling you about, the Mad Max one. You guys
The
want to watch
Radiate?
that one? Yeah, that
Why
one's
not?
pretty crazy. That one's got acting with me and Christian in it. The guitar player kid.
My lovelies, it's time.
Bottom for you, Wiz. Never give me a challenge. These fools are way too easy.
Of course it was. You're pretty. You said hi.
They're the same guy?
You had them from
Yeah.
there. That's why I sent you.
God
You
damn
guys,
it.
people ask us if that was Les Claypool.
Nice.
Released.
Yeah, that could totally be this Claypool, dude. You should answer yes.
I've seen what your future holds.
Of course, we get the Wizard at a
That's
game.
why you had us whiz-napped?
You know damn well you like to hide from your future. And there isn't any hiding from this. Lovely.
I like this Taylor person.
Christian, take a shot at this.
So what's in it?
Could be too mosh pit swing.
Of course it is. Why can't we just look in your skull?
You'd never survive.
Here we go.
This is PG, pre-Gavin.
Pretty Gavin. Yes, but we got John from Fishbone in the video.
My stomach is gurgling and I'm losing sleep. The hunger is growing and we need to eat. Operator air to damage control. Try to beat strong masses, but you gotta let it roll. Working harder and harder, the results are the same. I still burning, who's to blame?
Miner's fuck.
Meant to pay away. The dust is coming and the skies are gray. Radiate, radiate, radiate America. Radiate, radiate, radiate America. Radiate, radiate, radiate America. Radiate, radiate, radiate America. Beating like ants, dead in the street. Pest control is coming to exterminate the freaks. Party celebrations, feeding the weak. Closing all blind days, raiding your seat. Glowing like the sun, feeling tired and faint. With these illuminating their passages way.
The crazy part of these are actual people just hanging out right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't know what to expect going in, and you have to be in full cosplay, whether you're attending or performing or staff or whatever.
Does anyone else want to go hate Beavis right now?
Dude, yeah.
You say?
When you in lights, keeping up with the pace. Stacking your life with the book of your
I don't know.
Like, what do you want to go eat right now? Something like that. Is that what you said?
Something like that.
Guarantee. Guarantee.
Two of these guys from the podcast show,
Okay, but who else? Anything
Gavin
else?
and Gavin.
And Jerry and Drew
That bum.
and Bum.
Oh, they were curious about Baby Kitty because
No.
while I was before you got home, Shrimpy always messes with Baby Kitty when she's on the heat pad, and she started going pow pow. I was like, "What's that in the background?" So I flipped the camera around, and they were so entertained. People started commenting on
Yeah.
yeah. It was funny.
Oh my god, wait, this is live?
This is the
Absolutely live. Tell her to come in and sit here. Hold on.
live. It's live right now. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, tell her to come in. Tell her to come say hi right now.
The show part of it's over. We're just kind of hanging out right now.
Yeah, this is after. Doesn't matter.
Oh, so
Yeah,
I can't-
this part's not going to be posted. It's just live right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're good right now.
But there's a few people still live with us, so.
Yeah, like there's a few fans like
Where you at?
me right
Oh.
here.
Oh. Hi. Wait, let me come over here.
We saw her. Tell her to come back.
I just might as well have a cool person.
Hey!
That's Angie.
Hello. Thank you for watching.
Hi,
Sulo King.
No, thank you for joining us. We're all just hanging out. We're having a good time.
See, because I've been talking, but I didn't. Oh, what's going on? But I didn't realize that you guys were like live and people can hear me.
So like the soccer
Yeah.
theme song. So this is the podcast show for the soccer team.
Nice.
That's what this is all about. We debuted this song.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyways,
I gotta go.
so
make
that's
things.
Angie.
Oh wait, I don't even
Hi, Angie. We're listening to all the Authentic Sellout songs right now. That's what we're doing.
I'll try to keep my 2 cents to myself, but it's really hard for me.
Yeah, she's heard these songs a million times over and over.
So in this part, when you
Kind of pitchy, dog.
yeah.
So if you guys want magnets, yeah, we can make magnets. So this is Greedo. This is our.
Since 1983.
I don't know. People still use magnets in your fridge. Who's used a magnet?
I'll take a magnet. What are you talking
It's
about?
1983.
I don't want one. Now I feel dumb for wanting
I
one.
made these. I made these.
I think they'll make a like pretty cool hat.
Drew's really hurt right now because he makes his own magnets and he did it like yesterday.
These are all magnets.
Oh, really? Because one of the guys makes his own magnets.
Yeah, I'm in an Etsy shop. And I sell them. No, I'm just kidding. I don't sell them. I just had I bought like Amazon sheets to make my stickers into magnets, so I didn't have.
That's
I
cool
couldn't-
magnet.
I'm
What is that? A
not-
dog
I'm not
on
gonna-
there?
Yeah, the dogs on all of them.
Soccer
actually.
ball version of Greedo is genius. Okay, well, the people have spoken.
There we go. Taylor is on it.
Is Drew's definitely married. Yep.
Oh, they heard you.
Drew is absolutely married.
You better be hanging the magnets in that refrigerator in the freaking garage.
Yeah, well, it's an ugly refrigerator, so it actually helped cover it up. But yeah, that's what's going on. They will get refrigerator in the garage. But
hold on a second. I gotta plug my laptop in.
Currently, that they help cover. So
You guys want to see how many keep ups I can do?
oh yeah.
Nah.
Oh, what?
Do you play, I was gonna ask you if you play pickup.
Jesus.
You know what? There are a couple of adult leagues I've wanted to. I just haven't.
Yeah.
You know, I still have my speed. I just don't have my endurance.
That's what I love. We do street, kind of futsal-y, but street soccer, Bridge Barcata.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's great, man. Like it's just all like, hey, show up whenever you want, totally free, no
That
commitment.
was going hard before COVID.
Totally. And now
Yeah.
you can still play at Chicano Park. There's always guys playing there, which
Yeah.
is great. But we're gonna kind of do more pop-up stuff after this. But we're playing a few places around town, just kind of getting back into the swing of things. And
Yeah.
kind of Wednesday nights at kind of the Hangar, which is this place around town. And so if you're ever curious and want to get into it, let us know. But
You ever come out my way? Like
where's that?
La Mesa Indoor?
We do. We actually went to Wells Park. Actually, is a nice new park. It has a nice. It's not a nice new park, but it's got a futsal court there, which is amazing.
Yeah. No kidding. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Which is great. Yeah, they filled in the basketball court and made this amazing, or maybe a tennis court, but it's incredible. It's probably the best futsal court in the city right now, and it was done by U.S. Soccer and the city of La Mesa, I guess. Or not city of El Cajon, Wells Park. Yeah. But that at some point, Outsiders and Chavos played a game there a week or so ago, which was pretty cool. We'd love to do that as locals too. So at some point, we'll probably do it out there because it is a nice little venue to get a number of people together and play a little kind of short-sighted game, and makes it easier too because you can kind of shift in and out. You don't feel like it's as much like grass to cover or anything, and
you don't have
like
a huge pitch.
Yeah, exactly. It's more like a basketball endurance where it's short sprints and you can take time off, right? You can take a little rest in between, which is easier too.
But with a futsal ball, you can't. You get called out with your footwork. That's such a
That is
different.
the thing you find out real fast, but everybody's used to it. So it's like as you like roll into it, like we're all cool about it. It's like the coolest community because everybody's just like, hey, if you're amazing, this guy who's amazing has like the best patience too. That's what we all understand. Like if you're gonna play with us, it's like, hey, just be patient and like people will get there and then a week or two you'll be up and it's like, oh, and now this guy's killing it. So it's like it's just all about giving each other patience and space and having fun. Like that's like, we're all just playing to play, especially after what we've gone through last year where we couldn't play for so long.
I got it.
Now that people are vaccinated, we can actually roll it out a little bit. It's been really fun.
It would take my kid training me because all him he plays for Albion, right?
Yeah.
No, he's had his coaches. You know, Billy Garton used to play for Man United.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and his son played for 1904. Now I think he's playing for Cal United.
Yeah. Billy was his coach for a while, and so was Warren Barton.
Nice.
Yeah, it's all the retired footballers moved here.
That's great. Yeah, it's great. Why wouldn't you? And then you get a coach and get paid to do it, and the Flash for a while for Barton too as well. And you know there's these opportunities, so it makes a ton of sense. But it's where we could pitch that all day to anybody, but it's building the culture of winning too that helps when you can show like, hey, we win too, and you can live here. That's where the Galaxy have sold that for years, and LAFC came in and said, hey, we can sell that too, and we can sell it in the heart of the city. And so it's been kind of a competition for that too. So it's interesting. The Southern California market is just on fire with now NWSL too. It's pretty incredible.
Like a lot of
years ago, we were like, "Oh, just the Galaxy," and that was it. That was it.
There's a large part of San Diego that hasn't really been sold. I guess I don't like that word, but
yeah,
like, there's talent in San Diego that hasn't really been put out there as like, hey, this is a talent from San Diego. Like we have people in Europe right now, and by people I mean kids that started with Albion, that started with the Surf, or started with teams like that in San Diego that are actually now doing big things in the sport of soccer that we haven't been able to really like give them a place in San Diego. So they have to leave. And why not give them a place in San Diego Loyal where, these kids can actually flourish and accomplish big things. And from here, use it as a place to bounce off of and go into Europe. Rather than
Sebastian Soto's, Luca de la Torres, for instance, who have recently had to go over, right?
There you go.
Retain that kind of stuff from ever going over, or just had an opportunity to see it play here before it went somewhere else too. It was a different level.
It doesn't hurt to have an owner / manager of the team who's done it over there.
Yeah,
probably the best player in American history.
Yeah. Right now for San Diego and the way that we're looking at it, and a big part of why we're so passionate of this is one. First of all, like I grew up with this sport, and I think Drew also like just loves the sport. San Diego is infatuated with baseball right now, right?
And that's what I grew up with that. Yeah,
and that's fine. By the way, Tatis has COVID. But anyways,
shut up, does he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. We won today, but whatever. We're still ahead of the Dodgers, Jerry.
Did you guys win?
Go ahead.
Good job. So anyways,
Jerry's the Dodgers.
San Diego Loyal. I'm a Dodgers fan. I grew up a Dodgers. We'll just throw that. However, for San Diego sports in general, like the next thing we have to San Diego Padres, San Diego Loyal. Like that's literally the only other team that we have right now that's professional. Oh, and the Sockers. Literally won the 15th championship.
We have the Gulls, but the Gulls are a subsidiary, right? They are a farm team.
They're a feeder.
It's hard to view this incarnation of the Gulls as anything more than the Ducks farm team, which is I love Gulls. They're a great organization, but it's not it's not the same as having an independent organization striving for a championship in an independent league in that sense. So it makes more sense to root for somebody like the Sockers or put more fan investment, if you will, because your player might not just be whisked away to the upper club, at some point. And that can happen, but there's more control. Yeah, exactly, totally.
Or Jimmy Johnson if you like going around to making left turns.
Yeah, there you go.
If you're making a lot of left turns, Jimmy Johnson in the East County is your man. No, but like seriously, for us as supporters of the sport and of what we can bring to San Diego, I think it's very important for us to be cognizant and aware of the fact that this is more than just a sport for us in soccer. A lot of people don't understand that, and they don't understand how the soccer aspect of it is not what we as supporters look for. And it's been very difficult, especially during this time of COVID, where you can't actually hang out with people and build relationships. But the sport of soccer is much more about community building and about bringing people together and about putting the sport second to the community. And it's been difficult, especially during this time of COVID, like I said. So that's what the locals are here for, and to bring something that hasn't quite been brought to San Diego. Like we'll watch games day in, day out. We're number 4th in watching the Chelsea game, I think it was, right, Drew? Like we're like up there in viewership of the World Cup.
And the numbers are great the last week for that. NWSL actually outpaced a lot of MLS games, which is great. But just putting these games on CBS, ABC, Fox, for instance, it makes it to where the average consumer can just be like, oh, I'll check this out, right? Even if they aren't a huge soccer fan, if they're just a sports fan, they can see it. And there's just so many more people at the grocery store or wherever in our lives that like you can introduce this to who just haven't seen it yet, because we were such in a bubble last year and people just weren't able to get out and say, hey, why are you wearing that jersey? Where are you going? What are you going to? I've seen that a couple of places. What is that? And just so many people, and I'll just see people wearing, like I saw a guy when we were volunteering at Rady's wearing Besiktas gear, and I was like, hey, Besiktas, and he's like, oh, you know what that is? I was like, yeah, and he's like, oh, I was like, yeah, I with the supporters group here for a local club. He's like, oh yeah, I think I've heard of that, but I was like, but he like totally didn't really know, and I was like, oh yeah, May 29th, first game, just look it up, and like he asked me 3 more times, and it is just that thing of just introducing it person by person that we couldn't do just because you didn't have that kind of outgoing nature of anybody in the last year in terms of being able to have those kind of interactions on a daily basis that just snowball. I think so. It's been fun to see some more of that.
That's where you have to go, literally street by street, block by block.
The Earth Crisis, yes.
One by one.
Taking it all back.
Yeah, like that's literally where you have to go and actually start talking to people and introducing them to what this sport could be. Right?
Dude, you just Earth Crisis to me, man. You firestorm me.
I'm sorry, but that's literally the way that you have to do it. Yeah.
I used to play in a band with a guitar player for Earth Crisis. That's how I moved to San Diego.
Nice. There you go. You're like it's just that's the way that you do things.
Holy shit.
You have to have conversations. You have to build relationships with human beings. As a band, I think that's the one thing that we did when I was in a band. It was you go up to the person that's like freaking out because they see you, and you show them your human side, and you show them that you are in fact a normal person and you appreciate them. And then you go on and you keep going on and you keep doing that and you keep showing people that you are a human being, that you can actually that you have feelings and that you are a club that supports the city, and that's how things grow. That's basically
how art's created. Yeah, it's awesome. The passion that goes into art, right? And so the passion that went into the song from you guys has really been cool for us tonight to check out. But it's be a blessing in this whole group for years. Like the passion that went into the song will be there for a long time, hopefully. And Travis, our artist in residence, does a lot of great. Oh, there you go. Oh my god,
nice. But
yeah, Travis is punk rock paint, who does a lot of incredible work, obviously with musical bents as well himself. But it's the art that is inspired by what's happening in the community that I think I love so much. Stuff like this that's super cool, where it's like, who would have thought, like, to have a this kind of mashup with 2 years ago when I was like, oh yeah, bum is the thing, to now be here where it's just everywhere is pretty beautiful to have that kind of songwriting and talent be put into these kind of thoughts. So thanks guys for your time and effort as a group to do this. So we really appreciate it.
Yeah, good things are coming.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more stuff, with you guys and the team.
It's all collaboration, right? Like that's what I love about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and to kind of close it off and to bring it to a closing, because we're Tuesday and it's almost 11 p.m. So Gavin and Sulo, anything that you want to let our members and our listeners know before we go?
If anyone wants to be a part of the music video we're going to do for Loyal, we are, you guys are more than welcome. The more the merrier.
Ooh, I like that. We'll figure it out, Gavin.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Okay. Anything in closing you'd like to say, Angie?
Angie,
gonna be good. She's gonna bring that heat.
What's up? I'm making bouquets.
She's making a flower bouquet in the kitchen.
For it's Nurses Day. Dude, I'm blowing it.
Because at work, it's who works at a medical center. It's Nurses Day tomorrow. So.
Oh, look at this!
Wow, nice.
She's very selfless. I love that about her.
That's awesome. Awesome. No, well, thank you guys for coming on. We really appreciate you guys. Cool. As soon as the song is available, let us know so that we can all download it and play it. And just
yeah. Let's you guys are on Facebook, right? I think I sent you guys friend requests while we were doing this. So
yep.
Yeah, I'll definitely let you guys know, and Gavin has your email too. So
yeah, we will keep you in the loop. Instagram.
And don't forget Sunday night, tune in to 91X. Look out for our posts about that.
Sunday night, 91X.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, on loudspeaker, Tim Piles.
Awesome.
Hey, you guys that are on here know Tim Piles, city legend for playing local music. So yeah, thank you, Sulo. Thank you, Gavin. Thank you guys for just Authentic Sellout for a fantastic song. Thank you for joining us. And Drew and I
having us.
Yeah. That's it for us. What is this? Maryland song? What are you talking about? Oh, Markland. Oh, no, we'll talk about that.
He did tell us he was switching to whiskey earlier. So to be fair,
yeah, that's true.
Like Maker's Markland.
Yeah, Markland.
And as it is, I'm probably already stumbling my words. But thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you for being here with all of us. Good night. Bye.